Please, don't do this. Who even are you?
I have walked beside you for quite some time now.
Why are you doing this? I'm not done yet. I have things to fix, relationships to mend.
I'm afraid that death isn't merciful enough to spare you because you have caused problems in your life.
Please, I just need a little more time.
Hey, look at that. We managed to get all your boxes inside within 3 hours. Good work.
I am exhausted. All of my muscles are going to hurt like crazy tomorrow.
Maybe it's a sign we should start exercising more. Not that I want to.
It's insane to think that I've actually made it out of the hellhole I used to call home.
Yeah, it's nice to finally have walking distance to your house.
Damn, that means you're going to turn even more lazy than you already are.
You know you love it.
While I do love most things about you, I could live without the slouchy couch potato side of you. Well, no time to waste. Time to get unpacking.
I should leave you to it. There is something so special about unpacking your first apartment. I don't want to stand in the way of your special moment.
Sure. When I'm done unpacking, we should go out to celebrate.
So about 3 months from now?
Unnecessary.
Let's go to that fancy restaurant down the street when you're done.
Is this yours?
I haven't seen anything like that before.
Doesn't it look kind of cool, though?
It looks almost ancient. I get a feeling of deja vu every time I look at it, although I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Maybe it's a gift from my sister. She loved to go to flea markets as a kid. This might be one of her flea market finds.
Hey, look at that. We managed to get all your boxes inside within 3 hours. Good work.
I am exhausted. All of my muscles are going to hurt like crazy tomorrow.
Maybe it's a sign we should start exercising more. Not that I want to.
It's insane to think that I've actually made it out of the hellhole I used to call home.
Yeah, it's nice to finally have walking distance to your house.
Damn, that means you're going to turn even more lazy than you already are.
You know you love it.
While I do love most things about you, I could live without the slouchy couch potato side of you. Well, no time to waste. Time to get unpacking.
I should leave you to it. There is something so special about unpacking your first apartment. I don't want to stand in the way of your special moment.
Sure. When I'm done unpacking, we should go out to...
So about...
Unnecessary.
Let's go to that fancy restaurant down the street when you're done.
Is this yours?
I haven't seen anything like that before.
Doesn't it look kind of cool, though?
It looks almost ancient. I get a feeling of deja vu every time I...
Maybe it's a gift from my sister. This might be one of her flea market finds. So it's been a while since we last spoke. How's life?
Well, you know, trying to navigate through my new job and stuff. The usual.
Come on now. I know you better than everyone. What are you hiding? You used to tell me everything you know.
It's just been a hectic time. Let's not dwell on it tonight.
Fine then, don't tell me. But keeping secrets has never been your style.
Okay, fine. There is something on my mind, but it's complicated.
Aren't we here to clear the air and talk things through?
You wouldn't understand. It's not as easy as just clearing the air. Ever since you left, life has done nothing but throw curveballs at me. And I'm just trying to make sense of it all.
Fine then, don't tell me. It's just that you always seem to be the calm one.
It's just everything. The past, the present, the future, everything is uncertain now. I can't seem to find solid ground.
You've faced challenges way harder than this before. You don't have to go through this alone. Please talk to me.
Talking won't change anything. I just need to figure this out. Alone.
You are acting like a baby. Mark, you're scaring me.
I can show you scary. If this were the Middle Ages, I would have the right to burn you alive. That's how it feels inside me right now. A burning flame of hate.
I feel so alone without you in my life.
You're weak. Even worse, you're soft. Don't you have grace?
I made a mistake. How many times do I have to say I'm sorry?
Meeting you was my biggest mistake. Do you know what I wish for? That I had a time machine so I could go back and erase the day we met.
Don't you think I wish that I could go back and fix things as well? I don't regret meeting you.
You don't seem to regret anything, do you?
That's unfair.
Is it? So it's about being fair. Then you got away really easily. What's wrong? Cack out your tongue?
Fine then, don't tell me. But keeping secrets has never been your style.
Okay, fine. There is something on my mind, but it's complicated.
Aren't we here to clear the air and talk things through?
You wouldn't understand. It's not as easy as just clearing the air. Ever since you left, life has done nothing but throw curveballs at me. And I'm just trying to make sense of it all.
Can't you meet me halfway in this?
I think this dinner is a bad idea.
So, why did you come?
Good question. Do you have another one?
Do you hate me?
You know, Amber, ever since I found out about your dirty little secret, I've been thinking a lot about my feelings for you. It ain't pretty, I can tell you that.
Can't we repair this somehow? You've got some nerve talking about curveballs. You know I needed you the most when I first moved here. A big city with no friends. Why were you so distant and cold?
Distant and cold? That's a new one. Coming from the Ice Princess herself. You're the one keeping secrets. That's cold. Maybe I have some dark secrets. You don't know me as well as you think you do.
I don't know what to say. I will always be there for you, even though you might not believe that right now.
Be there for me. Like that time when I trusted you with fucking everything and you stabbed me in the back? Sneaking off with Grace and threatening to leave me for her?
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Don't you understand how mercifully I treated you?
What?
Can't you see how easy it would have been for me?
To do what exactly?
Kill you, of course. You wouldn't be able to hide. You wouldn't be able to run, and you certainly wouldn't be able to put up a fight against me. Maybe you should have thought about that before you decided.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just thinking.
Thinking about what?
Thinking about.
Oh, go.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just thinking.
What are you thinking about?
Just how pretty you are.
Stop laughing. You know I hate that romantic stuff.
Sorry. I had to make this gloomy stairway somewhat nicer. However, you're enough to make that happen.
Anyways. I miss Mark.
I miss you.
You know I can't hang out with you anymore.
Admit it, we have something. Something better than what you and Mark have.
I don't want to hurt anyone.
Don't be a crybaby.
I'm not to blame, am I?
Don't be so hard on yourself. Why the long face?
Long face?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
A horse with no name.
Very funny. Be serious.
I'm listening. It's your confession.
I admit it. You are more than just a fling.
Oh? Now I'm blushing.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself now. I am still committed to Mark.
I will treat this as a competition. Me versus Mark. The winner gets your heart.
I don't want to talk about it.
You're so pretty when you're sad.
You confuse me.
Maybe you're confusing yourself.
It's not that easy. It's complicated.
It doesn't have to be.
Am I weak for wanting you?
Sometimes attraction is a powerful thing. Like a supernatural force pulling humans together.
Yeah, right. You can't control it.
That would explain your dating history. It's biological, like chemistry. It's nature calling out to who we really are.
Yeah, maybe we don't even have a choice.
It's instinct, pure and unfiltered.
Like the feelings you have for me?
Exactly like that.
You are too much. Why are you seducing me when you know I have a boyfriend?
Don't blame me. I'm just the mysterious girl next door. Besides, I can't help myself.
Well, who could? Look at me.
You think too highly of yourself.
Well, I managed to get you, so I must be pretty darn hot.
Well, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that.
I can't remember the first time we met.
Yes, you can. It was in the laundry room.
Yeah, such a romantic spot for a first date.
Maybe you can take me out on a real date someday.
You know I want to. It's everything I can think about.
So why don't you?
It's too risky. We might run into Mark somewhere, and I wouldn't know how to explain it to him. Let's just leave things how they are. What we have now is fine.
I don't want fine. I want the world to see us together. I don't want to share you with Mark.
Why did you want me?
You know, a woman can satisfy me in ways a man can't.
Stop it. I'm blushing.
You shouldn't be that shy. There's nothing wrong with what we did.
What we did was dumb. He is bound to find out eventually.
Isn't the risk part of the fun, though?
What are you doing here?
Hey, what's with the attitude? I live here too, you know.
I'm really getting sick of your presence.
Okay.
If Mark finds out what we did, he's going to leave me. And I am going to end up all alone in this strange fucking city.
I'm sorry you feel like that.
You're such a bitch. Is there anyone in this building that you haven't fucked? You know what we did doesn't mean anything.
That's harsh. Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning?
As long as I didn't wake up next to you.
This is out of character. Have you seen Mark?
No, I am just tired of you not getting the hint. I am not going to leave him for you. I'm sorry. That came out wrong.
You came out wrong.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Like you didn't mean to hurt Mark that day in the restaurant?
How do you know about that day? Maybe I should leave. After you found out, have you ever confronted Grace?
What are you talking about?
Have you two been in cahoots?
You've been reading too many mystery novels.
Maybe you met her in the subway. What do I know?
It's a big city. Lots of tracks.
Miss. Miss?
Leave me alone.
You've been talking to yourself for quite some time. Were you asleep? Is everything all right? It sounded rather concerning.
Yeah, it probably sounded concerning because I am concerned.
And what does a young girl like you have to be concerned about? You haven't even experienced the pain of growing old.
Yeah, I guess, but things are complicated. With my life, it's hard for me to do anything. I barely sleep, eat, or do any activities. Most of the time.
You're stuck in the bed?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm tired most of the time. Like, all of the time. So it's hard to do anything. I had to go buy something now, so I managed to do something at the very least. How does one continue when they know they're going to die?
Well, everyone knows they're going to die, sooner or later. Yet, you don't see society collapsing. Death is just the price each person pays for living.
I guess. Sorry for rambling.
No, don't worry about it. How about you rest some more?
Sure. Thanks.
Oh, geez, get off my shoulder already. Why don't you see how much of a nuisance you are?
Please, I need more time.
I already gave you more time.
Please, I need to make things right. I need to figure out why this is happening.
And how exactly are you going to do that? As soon as you talk to someone, you start fighting. If I send you back, you are going to make things even worse. You are going to ruin everything.
Please.
Isn't dusk just the most beautiful time of day?
Doesn't it just serve as a reminder of how everything beautiful comes to an end eventually? I'm sorry. I always ruin everything.
You don't. Cut yourself some slack.
What were you going to say? About the sunset?
I think the sunset and should remind us about second chances.
How?
No matter how many times the sun sets, she will always rise again. No night is forever, and every day is a new chance to make things right.
Do you ever think that we'll make it out?
From our parents' house? Sure.
Not just from their house, from the whole redneck country.
Well, I don't know if that's my goal.
How could it not be?
I like the idea of getting your food directly from your own dirt. I want my kids to be able to run amongst horses and cows, and to teach them to appreciate the earth and what it gives us.
But can't you see that there is so much more of the world to explore? Look in front of you, at the city lights and the town still buzzing with life.
You can't run from your past. It will always catch up with you.
I promise you that one day I'm going to live here in the city. And the day I get there is the day I will finally be happy. I just don't think I will be able to live that close to Mom and Dad.
Look, I get it. Our upbringing wasn't perfect, but at least they tried. You can't just abandon them. They are still your parents.
I have no duty to pay them any respect whatsoever.
You don't have to do anything. But with that choice, you're also abandoning me and the rest of your family.
I don't really care.
You should probably think about what you're saying. Especially since I will be the one picking up the pieces and putting you together when you realize that your life has failed.
The sun won't rise anywhere near the amount of times I would need to make things right.
Probably not. You have a tendency to screw things up.
Right?
And I think it lies in human nature to screw things up. Have you ever opened up an old moving box and found something from your past that felt like it was from another lifetime?
Not quite sure what you mean.
Something deep, buried inside of you. A message lost in time.
A message? Like a letter?
I was wondering where you went.
What? I don't remember the conversation going like this.
I can imagine death takes a toll on the memory. I'm just happy that you came back here, so that you can experience everything you ruined once again. Why should you get to die happy when I have to go on living in misery?
Please, I just want everything to go back to normal. If you are aware that I'm going to die, then why are you here with me? Maybe this is your way of making things right.
Making what right?
I've had it. What's my final destination?
Haven't you been following the clues?
That's all I have been doing.
You're on the right track. Trust yourself.
Feels like I'm just going around in circles.
The answer's staring right at you.
All I see is you.
Exactly. The light at the end of the tunnel is usually a train.
Why would you even care?
I can't say that I really do, but nevertheless, I'm offering you a helping hand. Why not use this opportunity to lift your burdens?
I do not think I deserve that. Feeling bad for something you have done isn't necessarily wrong.
If you continue going with that attitude, you're going to have to give up very soon.
What makes you think that I haven't already?
Giving up is a luxury you can't afford, especially not now. Sometimes, a helping hand is all it takes to change the course of your story.
My story is a mess. I doubt a stranger can fix it.
Trust is earned, I get that. Consider this a leap of faith.
Why are you so invested in helping a stranger like me?
I might have a talent for recognizing when someone is at a crossroads. I've been there. Everyone has their own battles. Right now, yours needs more attention than mine.
I don't even know your name.
Names are just labels. Call me a guardian angel or a passerby. Whatever suits your narrative more. Life is a series of choices. Make one that leads you to a better tomorrow.
Choices? It's not that simple. I've made enough bad ones to last a lifetime.
Dwelling on the past won't change it. You can still shape your future.
Future? What future? I'm drowning in regrets, and you're trying to help me with cliches?
It's not too late to turn things around.
Actually, it is. Leave me alone. I can drown in my mess by myself. Thank you.
Ignoring your problems won't make them disappear. Face them, and you might find peace.
Peace? I doubt it. I am going to die, and I don't have the time to find peace before I do.
I will leave you to your gloominess, but remember, you're the only one with the power to rewrite your story.
Let's start over.
Yes, a clean slate would be nice.
I'm glad you want to talk things through.
You're welcome.
You are always such a good listener.
Actions speak louder than words, though.
It's my actions that got me in trouble in the first place.
Can't argue with that. Sometimes the timing of things is wrong.
Well, ain't that just the story of my life?
Seems like it.
Glad my misery amuses you.
I actually think that we could have been happy together.
Maybe in a different time and place.
Maybe in a parallel universe.
I don't regret meeting you.
Really?
It's the consequences I don't like.
So deal with them.
I'm starting to take responsibility for my actions. For starters, I'm going to tell Mark about what we did. Let's start over.
Yes, a clean slate would be nice. Sometimes the
Well,
seemed.
glad my misery and
I actually think that we could have been
maybe
in a parallel universe.
why would you even?
I can't say that. Why not use?
I do not. Feeling bad for something you.
If you continue,
What makes you think?
giving up is a luxury. Sometimes,
My story is a mess.
trust is earned. Consider that
Why are you so invested?
I might have a tell. Everyone has their own battle.
I don't even.
Names are just labeled. Life is a series of choices. Make one that leads you to
Choices? I've made enough
dwelling on the.
future?
It's not too late.
Actually, leave me alone.
Ignore your problem.
Peace?
I will leave. You're the only one with the power to rewrite your story.
I miss
I miss you.
You know I can't.
Admit it with something better than what you and Mark have.
Am I weak?
Sometimes it's like a supernatural force.
Yeah, right.
That would explain. It's biological, like chemistry.
Yeah.
It's instinct.
Like the.
Exactly like.
You are too much. What are you?
Hey, what's with the attitude? I live here too, you know.
I'm sorry.
You came.
I didn't mean.
Like, you didn't mean to hurt Mark.
How do you? Maybe I should leave. The sun won't rise anywhere near the amount of times I would need to make things right.
Probably not. You have a tendency to screw things up.
Right?
And I think it lies in human nature to screw things up.
It frightens me.
Go on.
I really don't want to screw things up with Mark. But you know how I get.
I think it has something to do with the fear of abandonment.
Can you blame me?
No. No, I can't. I used to struggle with it as well. I guess that's the result of a dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
The first step is admitting it. Now you just gotta stop ruining your life for yourself.
I'm actually going to try this time.
Pinky promise?
Pinky promise. Then how come I screw things up more than anybody else I know?
I don't know. Blame genetics or childhood trauma or something?
I would, if it wasn't for the fact that you are heaven sent.
No, believe me, I have done my fair share of screwing up.
Then how come everybody loves you?
I have a tendency of fixing things instead of running away. Unlike somebody else I know.
Fair enough. If you are aware that I'm going to die, then why are you here with me? Maybe this is your way of making things right.
Making what right?
It all moves so fast. That damn machine.
Think of it like a Duke's Ex Machina.
I never had a nap. If I never had a destination, how can my journey make any sense?
Time is relative, and so is your journey. Just let go.
I'm losing my shit.
Calm down.
When is this? It's all floating together.
Focus.
Did I see myself in the subway, or was it just a reflection?
You are still you. It's all going to make sense in the end.
I'm back. Closer, but still far from the truth.
In the shadows, secrets linger like ghosts, waiting for the right detective to unveil their chilling truths.
What shadows? Stop speaking in riddles.
Have you been looking in your own shadow? Maybe something dark and sinister is lurking. Sorry, I got carried away.
Could you be any more cryptic?
Patience is a detective's best friend. Trust me, speaking from experience.
This light. What does it mean?
It will blind you if you look straight at it.
Is this the right track?
The right track for you is also the wrong one. But who am I to judge?
I'm so tired. My head feels dizzy.
Go ahead. Rest. I will wake you up when you reach your destination.
How did my life end up like this?
Beneath the surface of this perfect life, a web of lies and deceit weaves through these different places, leaving breadcrumbs for those brave enough to follow.
This is a labyrinth. It's getting to me. Feels like I'm going insane.
You are brave, and you have really been patient. But I'm afraid you have to find out for yourself. I can only open the door. The rest is up to you.
Were you the one who packed the machine?
What? How?
Tell me the truth.
How did you even know? It hasn't even happened yet.
That fucking machine has ruined my life.
And how exactly does the machine accomplish that?
That machine forced me to re-experience the most awful and gut-wrenching moments of my life.
The machine isn't forcing you to do anything. Your inability to let things go is what brings you back to all these memories.
Well, how do you expect a person who knows that they are about to die to behave?
The most pleasant thing would be to just accept it, and just let it happen. There is not much you can do now anyway.
I just wish my life turned out in a different way than it did.
I know you do, but you still have time to set some things right.
I do? I want to confess something.
do you want to confess?
I was wrong all the time.
About what?
I'm like this broken piece of a puzzle, and that has put me on a bad path. I have hurt so many people, and I have really hurt you, Mark. And for that, I'm deeply, deeply sorry. I hope that time will heal your wounds, and that someday within your heart, maybe you will forgive me. What I did to Mark is not forgivable. He trusted me, and I betrayed his confidence.
What's done is done.
Well, half of the blame is on you.
He wasn't my boyfriend.
Don't you think fucking someone in a relationship is wrong?
What is wrong with you?
You knew about him and still did it.
Oh, so I'm the one to blame? Grow up and learn to take some responsibility for your own actions.
Thank you, stranger. You've been a tough but fair guide on my strange endeavors.
Don't mention it. Remember, you are your own worst enemy. Don't be so hard on yourself.
I'm sorry for everything.
You could be a bitch at times, I will give you that.
It's not like you weren't bitchy as well.
Never on your level.
Even though we used to fight all the time, I still enjoyed growing up with you.
So did I. Past was never quiet when you were around.
Thank you for everything you've ever done for me.
Data, you'll always be my baby, no matter what happens.
No, I didn't get to set things right with Mark.
And you are going to let one little hiccup ruin your chance of dying content?
I guess.
And I guess I already knew that.
Well, you're probably the person that knows me. Us. Best in the world.
That's why I have to do this. I have to save you.
Me. From yourself. Please, don't push me. I have to.